For my next objective, I'm going to be taking the skill and science objective, and I'm doing this on the left path again. I took a right path with a different objective that I'll do for a different video. But for this one, I figured the best team would be Black Cat, Valkyrie, and Mr. Negative. And I've heard that Black Cat was very good for this fight, and I realized, yeah, it's probably pretty nice because you have the Sabotage, which is just going to shut off her power drain and obviously turn some of that into damage. So Black Cat is pretty decent for this fight. This took me a lot of attempts. Like, I did not do very well until I could eventually get the hang of it. And this isn't going to be the cleanest fight, but we will be able to solo this one. You kind of just want to get the Sabotage active, and then ideally try to keep it. Just keep playing aggressive during that phase, and ideally she throws a bunch of SP1s, otherwise you can't really play that aggressive. I really wish they gave this Viv SP1 bias instead of SP2 bias, because that's the special you're trying to bait, and when she doesn't want to do it, it just really sucks. So there I got the Vicious, which obviously I don't really want, because that's not going to be doing any extra damage, especially when I can't bleed Viv. So we're going to need that one to fall off pretty soon so I can actually work on building up to my Sabotage. Definitely a mistake, but it's alright. We're not going to take too long to get a Sabotage going again. We just need Viv to throw a special one. Like, come on, dude. I'm just trying to bait it so much, and now she's just going to get the evade charge, which could be a lot worse than it actually was if she actually punished me, because my least favorite thing about Black Cat in her entire kit is just her stupid double mediums, because they make getting openings and just when people evade like that just so annoying, because there is a very high chance that if they evade your medium attack, you just get punished and you can't really do anything about it. So anyway, we're trying to get to the SP2. I need her to throw her SP1 again. Looks like she still doesn't want to throw it. What else is new? So here I just push her to SP2. Like, I don't even care. I'm going to take damage. Just, I need to get her to do something. I'm going to get some parries and then miss a lot of them because I don't really know how to do it. But it's alright. We still have the ability to solo this fight. I got the Sabotage active. So it's not going to last long because I'm going to throw my SP2 and then I believe she just goes passive again and then starts falling off fast. Or no, she doesn't. Okay, she throws her SP1 pretty fast. But this Sabotage doesn't last too long, and then like the next one I throw is going to last a really long time, so that was nice. So here we go. We're doing 4.5 burst damage every time we hit her, which is really nice. And yeah. I need to bait an SP1, she throws it, and then we're really close to another SP2, so placing another Sabotage isn't going to be the hardest time. We just need to counter her special attack real quick, and then go right for it, because I have the card on me, meaning I'm going to be able to place the Sabotage on my next hit, and we do. So now we just need to play aggressive during this phase, and finish our combos when we can, because we want to keep that evade away. Viv increases her own ability accuracy, so the evade doesn't always get stopped, so that is one of the more annoying parts here, but it's alright. We still just need to finish our combos, and then it's not a big problem. So anyway, she's just melting at this point. Every time we hit her, she just takes so much damage, so I need her to throw this SP1, and then I'm going to be able to place another Sabotage right after I counter it. One thing you do need to know about this fight with Black Cat is that the root is really annoying, and after you dex the special one of Viv, you're gonna have to wait like half a second before you go for the counter. Otherwise, your medium will just kind of be whiffed into the air. It took a while to get used to that. It's just a really annoying thing that you have to deal with in this fight. But other than that, Black Cat does a pretty good job and was able to solo the fight. So next up, we're gonna fight Iron Fist, and this is a fight that I've done a lot before. I've done this with Mr. Negative as a 7-star and as a 6-star rank 4, and I am boosted here, so it's going to be a pretty easy time since I know how to do this fight pretty well. So this is just, you kind of want to just parry like every time Iron Fist attacks you, and then you're just going to gain a bunch of power, and then you just want to throw a bunch of SP3s, which are both going to heal you when you have light energy, and then deal burst damage when you have dark energy. So it's a really nice way of getting around the fact that you can't place debuffs in this fight, because in this case Negative doesn't need them when he does a bunch of burst damage on his SP3. So we get the parries during his during his special attack, and that's going to give us a Bulwark. We go for an SP3 here with the protection down, and we're going to do some burst damage after it and heal some afterwards as well. So it's a really good time. I really like negative for this fight. It's really fun. And basically we just kind of just want to spam SP3s with as many dark energy and light energy combined as possible. So and also manage pressure gauge, because that is one of the harder things to do in this fight, but I found it pretty easy to get into a rhythm of, especially when playing negative you just want to block a lot, so it's not too bad. So this SP3 is going to take him from 69% all the way down to 49, which is really nice. Get a nice parry at the end of his special there, and I did get power drain, but it's not a big deal. It's not like I took damage from the other form of pressure gauge, so we're going to go for an evade there and just block a lot, get to an SP3 as fast as I can, and I'm stuck in the corner, but that's alright. Once I throw the SP3, I'm not going to be there anymore, so go for an evade here, and then we're going to drop the SP3. We have 20 dark energy, so he's going to go from 42 all the way down to 19, which is really nice, and then one more SP3 is definitely going to do the job, so get a little bit more pressure gauge charges, and at this point the fight's almost over. We just need to get to that SP3, block a few more hits, and then convert our energy. I'm going to go for the conversion there, and I'm going to block his SP1, go for a heavy attack to get rid of the protection, go for the evade right here. He's going to run into it right there, and then my energy is converted, so I can go for another SP3, and then the burst damage right after is just going to finish the job. So there we go. Next up we have the third fight against Gwenpool, and we're going to be taking this fight with Valk. This is another one I think I did when it first came out, and Valk does a really good job here just because of how hard her SP2 hits. So you just want to get all your Pierce, get all your Bulwark, drop the SP2 into her block, try to manage invert controls as well as you can, which sometimes I'm good at, sometimes I'm rough at, but if I can do well enough, then we're going to be fine. Anyway, I'm going to invert my combo, start gaining some Bulwarks, dex the SP1, and here I'm going to invert my combo again. I think in this fight I stayed at 2 Bulwarks for a while, and then I realized, oh wait, I can get one more, which would help a lot, so once I got that last one, then it was better. But there I lost like half my health, which sucks, but luckily she didn't bleed me. And that's basically the only mistake I make in this fight, because the rest of it's going to go really cleanly. I handled invert controls really well. So we dex the SP1 again, and then ideally I throw my special attacks during the transition of invert controls, because I always say I think that is the easiest way to manage them, is if you transition the controls during your own special attack. Because then once your special attack ends, you know exactly what to do, and you don't have to make a change mid-combo or something. So anyway, we're going to go for another SP2 here. We have 6 Pierce and 3 Bulwarks, and yeah, you can just see the damage is actually kind of crazy. And here, I'm going to go for another SP2. As soon as she throws her SP1 here, we have a bunch of Pierce and just a bunch of Bulwarks, and then the Fury just is really potent, so the SP2 in the block just does plenty damage. So anyway, not much else to say. We're inverted again. We want to get to another SP2 as fast as I can, and here we're going to drop it with 8 Pierce and 2 Prowess, which, man, those Prowess actually really help out a lot here. It's really nice. She throws another SP1, dex it, and then I'm going to drop my Relic while the inverted controls transition phase transitions, and that's going to be another really easy opening for me. So here she doesn't die yet because of her Sig ability, but we're going to be able to finish her off with a combo and a little more right after. So there we go, that's 3 solos. And then last up we have the Jessica Jones fight, which is not a solo. I do mess up this fight. I use like 2 revives, just using the whole team. But I'm starting here with Valk, and I completely forgot this fight has Cold Turkey, so Valk doesn't actually work. So yeah, Valk is not going to last very long. We're going to die really fast. I just, ignored the nodes, I guess, and forgot this one was there. So unfortunate, but it's not a big deal. We still have the rest of the team. And again, I sped this fight up just because, like, I don't want to show you how to do it with Valk because it doesn't work. So we're gonna go for a heavy attack, and then I'm like, oh wait, I can't intercept now, so it's kind of pointless. And I'm gonna go for my SP2 and I'm just gonna die because I'm gonna purify the weaknesses. So then we're gonna go back in with Black Cat, and Black Cat definitely can do this fight. But her ability accuracy does screw with the intercept node, which is stupid. I always hate when that happens, where you turn off nodes that are supposed to benefit you when you're using ability accuracy reduction champs. It's always the worst thing, and I just hate how that happens. But there, she just somehow caught me, and I died. So we're going back in with Negative, who apparently Negative is just better than the 2 skill champs, because Negative carried most of the damage in this fight. So we are going to lose all the cruelties when we dash back, which is annoying. So Negative actually is not good for this fight. He's just better than the other 2, apparently. But, you know, you can take this fight with almost anyone. Like, clearly the only people you can't really use are people who are going to shut off the node like Black Cat, and people who are going to purify like Valkyrie. So, I probably should have just thought it out better before going into it, but at least the other 3 fights were really easy with this team. And Negative, again, definitely can solo this fight. I messed up later in the fight, but it went pretty well. We're going to go for heavy attack, knock down the protection, and then we're going to go for another intercept, and keep removing protections. I need her to throw her SP1 here, she does, and then we get an intercept going for my SP1. And yeah, it's just kind of a cycle of just keeping the protection down and intercepting and countering her special attacks, which it's not too bad. The flow was pretty fine in this fight. We're just going to go for another Grit SP2, and we do some nice damage there, but then I hit her block and I didn't have the Grit, and we're dead. So there we go. I'm going to revive Black Cat now. And I should have revived Negative, because I don't think in my first attempt the intercept hack failed from Black Cat's kit, so I didn't really realize it was going to happen at the time. And then, like, in this fight it happened, and I'm like, oh, well, that sucks. So yeah, we're going to see where, yeah, there's not there. Where is it? I'm going to go for an intercept and then not going to get a precision. Yeah, there. It was right there. I should have gotten a precision, and then she failed it for some reason. So that was awesome. And then I got clipped again. I don't know how. It just happened. But anyway, going back in with Negative, and then he's going to finish the fight up pretty fast. So, yeah. Basically, if you are struggling with fights that aren't JJ, this team is really well for you. And then, yeah, JJ's not even too bad with Negative. JJ's not bad with most champs. You just need to use people who actually don't get screwed over by the nodes. So, which aren't many champs who do get screwed over by the nodes, so not too big a deal. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helped out a bit, even though, again, JJ wasn't the cleanest time. But hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.